welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Venom Let There Be Carnage. So this is a sequel to the first Venom. Again, not too much Marvel guy, but Tom Hardy is our main actor, and Woody Harrelson is in this one, and Michelle Williams, because Tom Hardy and Michelle Williams are together. Tom Hardy plays Eddie Brock, I think his name is, and he's like a failed reporter, but he's trying to get his career back on path in this one, and he starts interviewing Woody Harrelson's character, who I believe becomes Carnage, so something happens with a symbiote, whatever, takes over. So I forget, and I had been meaning the whole time, I'm like, I gotta watch the first Venom before this one gets out on home. Never had that opportunity, so don't remember exactly what happened in that one, but I gave it a 7. So I've also heard from at least one other person that this one was not as good, but that's why I'm here. I'm going to watch it, tell you what I think, give you a better idea of the synopsis, and I'm sure you're going to watch it anyway, so it's probably worth watching if you like these Marvel kind of movies, which I do. So it's only an hour and 37 minutes long, so that's cool. Alright, that's enough so's, so I'll be back, alright? See you in a bit. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Venom Let There Be Carnage. We're at the 46-minute, 36-second mark. 46:36, so good time for checking. Not quite halfway yet, but that's alright. So, really, it's kind of what they said. So, kind of like what I told you, Eddie Brock, Tom Hardy is with Venom, and Woody Harrelson, I forget his character's name, but he's in prison on death row or whatever, and asked to see Eddie Brock to get this message out, and then he'll give him his life story. And so that's how they start interacting. And I don't want to give you all the details, but essentially at some point he gets Carnage, and so now you can see the setup of Venom versus Carnage in a sense, and why that's all happening. So that's what they kind of told us. Now, what they didn't tell us, or some inside information, is it's really about the relationship between Eddie and Venom, and their relationships on the rocks, if you will, and has created some problems. And that's all I'll say. I was thinking about going into more detail, but really it's more about that. So it's okay. I could see it getting silly a little bit, and you'll see. I think some of the humor that was played so far was good, and I can see how some people maybe don't like it, but I found it funny, maybe not laugh out loud funny, but not annoying, so that's good. But I can see it, or maybe sensing slight silliness coming up. Now, what I mean by that, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I get that vibe, and I can see why people might not like that. So I'll get back into it, see what happens, see if it gets silly, and see if if I like it. I don't know. Stick around. I'll just be back.
Because he was ashamed.
Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Venom Let There Be Carnage. Kind of what I predicted. They tried to make it real funny, I think, and at some points it dances on that line of being too silly, and maybe that is how Venom is. I again don't know the backstories of Venom, and I haven't read Marvel comics, but there are parts of this where I'm assuming that he is supposed to be humorous, which is great, but they cross the line a little bit, make it a little silly. Again, maybe that's what they're supposed to do. I thought that was, too much. I like the humor, and I like most of it, but if it was a lot of it, and then it sometimes just a little bit past where I thought it's not that funny anymore, it's just silly. So that piece of it, but again, not knowing the whole backstory, and then Carnage, and why Venom felt that he was, he felt Carnage was superior. I don't understand it. I understand where Carnage comes from. I get that. So I just didn't understand that whole lore of why That's a thing. So, you know, I don't know. That messes things up. Then they do give you, just so if you stick around right before the full credit starts, they have a post-credit scene, which doesn't, I mean, it gives you a little interesting stuff, but then also gives you something I have no idea of what was going on there. So I know I'm kind of talking in riddles, because if you haven't seen it, I don't want to ruin it for you. If you have seen it, hopefully you know what I'm talking about, and this all kind of makes, my rambling kind of makes sense. In the end, still a fun movie. I like Tom Hardy. I do like the humor, so I enjoyed that. You know, the actions of battles and all that kind of stuff, whatever. The love interest stuff, the romantic stuff, that's a little different in this one. But that's okay. And our the other piece was the cop. I'm not sure, you know, what happened there. So you'll see. And I don't know. So I guess maybe there'll be a third. I'm not sure. I didn't even read to see if there was. But you know, it doesn't have to be a third Venom. They could put him anywhere in the Marvel universe. So there you go. All right. Sorry if I wasn't clear. Final thoughts. I still think it's a 7. I enjoyed it enough to make it a 7. I don't think it's a 6. But that's what I gave the first one, a 7. So that's what I got. I still thought it was good. So I don't think it was worse than the first. There you go. Hopefully I was helpful. If not, I apologize. But either way, thanks for watching and tuning in to Kimmel's Irish Pub.